scrimmage on
Yes, sir.
from the scrimmage on Saturday, it seemed like Jabari's kind of looking like he should get some more reps with the ones. Are you seeing that too? Or?
I don't know. It's your opinion. I'm the coach, and
I'm just asking.
I know. I'm telling you, I'm rotating them how I think they need to be rotated.
What about him has impressed you over the last 10 days or so?
He's a really dynamic playmaker. Outside of being a dynamic playmaker, just learning how to play within the offense and know when to make the play and not make a play. He's gotten very good at that, and really happy with his progress so far.
What did you learn from the quarterbacks on Saturday?
We learned a lot. I think there's some stuff we need. I think it's generally more offensively, like holistic. Like, there's stuff we need to do better situationally. Situational football, red zone football is where I thought we weren't good enough. But that's quarterback specifically. We'll keep that with them. But they've got some stuff we all need to work on.
Offense as a whole, how are you feeling about their progress right now?
Good. I mean, we talked, I don't know what it was, a week or so ago, but it's just we're not talking about the silly little problems. We're talking about higher level stuff. And there's some young guys that are progressing, like making plays, doing really good stuff. I'm super happy about that. And then the vets are, I think, settling in. Like they understand it now. You start to learn what you're doing and then how to do it and then why we're doing it. And I think there's a deeper understanding of all that.
Is there any concern? We saw Gunderson and Gunderson on the sideline today. Is there any concern with their sort of status going forward? What do we see?
I'm not going to talk about any injuries or anything, but I feel good about those two helping us this season. Yes.
Are you, in regards to the running game, would you say you're pleasantly surprised, or not what you expected, or it looks like that has really been a strength so far.
Yeah, Kyle's a really good offensive line coach. I think we have really good running backs, and we've got, for how many linemen we lost, we have a lot of guys with experience. So you look over there, and it's a pretty veteran group with some good young players, good running backs. I think it's been good, and a good group of tight ends who are able to hold edges and do some different things there. So, when you start to look at it and you step back, you say, well, there's good players. We should be able to run the ball. I've been, pleasantly surprised is a good way to put it.
With that running back group, how did the skill set match up what you're looking for at the position and what you want?
They're 3 down backs, so I'm not gonna. It's not like when I played when Evanson Bernard didn't come out of the game or Steven Jackson didn't come out of the game. We're gonna get some guys in there and they do different things well, but they're both. They can block, they can catch, they can run, and that's what we'd like. We don't want to have to package everything to where we're substituting every single play.
The freshmen, both of them look fairly ready to go. Is there a world in which they see some time?
I think we need them to be ready to go. I think, if it was today, I don't know if they're quite where they need to be, but I think in a couple weeks we'll see them. They're gonna get better every day. And their games are gonna be much bigger than the older guys. So I think they're really good youngsters, and I think there's a chance they're in there for us.
How do you feel like Jake Reichel fits into the mix?
He can do a lot of different things well. Obviously, he's been a contributor on special teams. That'll be a big part for him. He's a bigger, more physical runner. And then he can do some things physically and hitting people like he's done on special teams. I think I'm excited about that part of it. He adds some versatility to the position. Jam and Hank are not small guys, but Reichel's definitely bigger than them. So I think he certainly adds a wrinkle.
Going back to the quarterbacks, just for you, how close is this quarterback competition right now?
We're repping all of them, so it's close. But, we need them to start separating and just be consistent day after day, and that'll be the guy that we end up going with.
For you right now, at this point in fall camp, what do you need to see to kind of make that separation?
We do more of the situational football. Today we were doing a third down drill, just seeing how they handle those scenarios and how they handle understanding what we're asking them to do. There's a new element to all this with the coach-to-player communication in the headsets that kind of giving them the information but letting them be football players, not trying to control them too much too. So it's, I don't know, hopefully, I think it's starting to clear up a little bit, but it's then the next day happens and you're like, oh, we're back where we started. So
You mentioned the tight ends.
it's a good thing, though. Sorry.
No. You mentioned the tight ends earlier. With the group that you have, are you envisioning using a lot of 2 tight end sets, or is it mostly going to be a single tight end?
Well, we have really good tight ends, and it's a deep room. We'll want to do things out of 2 tight end sets, but it'll be both, and that'll be our base is 11 and 12 personnel, and being able to hop in and out of both, being able to be multiple within those personnel groups too, and not just sit in when a tight end's in the game. We don't have to be in this. We can expand and contract also.
On a personal level, what's it meant to you to be back here this year?
It's awesome. It's really good for me, really good for my family. With people that I really like and know really well. They're fun to work with, fun to talk with, and it's pretty open, open communication as a staff. It's been really good, and then, this place is home, so it's fun. It's certainly different than in Los Angeles, but it's different, and it's just nice to be back, and a lot of familiar faces. I get Hank and Sean, and my favorites.
What's the value of having so many guys who have the roots here like you do?
I think you got to have people here right now that it means something to them. That you can't just be a mercenary coming in and doing a job. Like, this place is different. It's not where you can just cycle guys through. You need people where it means something to them.
So in that sense, was the job here as much of a calling as a job? Or a personal responsibility in a sense beyond just a job somewhere?
Yeah. I think there was a loyalty and I guess responsibility and desire to do it, but it's also on a personal level, not just for Oregon State, but for me also. I wanted to call it. I wanted to do it my own way and do it with people I like.
Going back to the in-helmet communication, what's been the process of getting the guys acclimated with that? What have been the challenges, especially for the vets who maybe aren't used to that? What's been the challenges with that?
I think they like it. I think there's also, you don't want to talk too much, and you don't want to over communicate and get them thinking about a bunch of stuff. Just give them what's important. Give them the core and what you actually want them thinking about, and then shut up. Be
Can they
quiet
talk
and
back to you?
No.
Okay. So they can't be like, no, Gundy, that's not going to work.
They can look at me and be like that, but that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the hard and fast date that you guys at least internally want to have your quarterback?
Don't have one. Yeah.
So what will be?
I wish it was tomorrow, but it's not. When it declares itself, it'll declare itself. But we don't have. There's nothing that we've talked about like that internally. That it has to be a hard date. Cool. Thank you guys.